So before this video begins, I just want to say I hope everybody had a fantastic July 4th. I hope everyone had a great time celebrating. I hope everyone had a great cookout, enjoyed the fireworks and everything. I hope everyone had a great July 4th and a great Independence Day. So I hope everyone had a fun time celebrating. And the second thing I wanted to address is yes, the gameplay you're seeing is Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Yes, I'm playing solo. No, I'm not playing with other people because I would rather play solo safely rather than just play online with random people. Now, I wouldn't really expect too much Call of Duty content here on the channel. I'm only doing this for like a once in a blue moon kind of thing because I was just completely bored out of my mind and I just wanted to play zombies. So, like I said, I wouldn't expect too much Call of Duty content on the channel if I were you. This is just, like I said, a once in a blue moon kind of thing. So with that out of the way, let's get on with the topic of today's video, and that is going to be CD Projekt Red making a stupid statement about how Cyberpunk released. Now, before I get carried away with my rant, like I always seem to do, I do want to address a few things. Yes, Cyberpunk has gotten much better. Yes, CD Projekt Red has been working their butts off to redeem themselves to fix the game. Yes, the game is actually getting more positive reviews now, but no, I'm still not going to bother playing Cyberpunk because the damage has already been done and it's just too little too late in today's date of modern gaming. I mean, if you really think about it, like the way that we're getting video games just in general now, it's just getting even more apparent and it's just becoming more and more obvious at this point to the point where it's like what's the point of me buying a AAA video game now if I know it's just going to end up being buggy and broken? Like I don't want to spend my money to wait on a video game. When I buy a $60 product, I expect that product to work. But then again, the gaming industry is demanding $70 on next gen games now, and even those games are still ending up buggy and broken right out of the gate. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not spending my money to wait for a game to be patched. When I spend 60 or $70 on a video game, I expect that product to be fully polished, fully playable, and fully functional at release. And if it's not, I'm going to call out these problems and I'm going to call out these issues, whether I do it in the form of a review or whether I do it in the form of a video like this, for example. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Nightwing, what did CD Projekt Red say that was so stupid that they needed to be called out for? Can you get to the point, please? Absolutely. Now, you're going to end up laughing at this. Lord knows I got a good chuckle out of this. But CD Projekt Red said that Cyberpunk 2077's release wasn't that bad. Okay, I'm sorry about that, everyone. I just really wanted to put something funny in this video. No, but with all seriousness right now, I can't believe CD Projekt Red would come out and make a statement this so stupid, claiming that Cyberpunk's launch wasn't that bad. Are you sure about that, CD Projekt Red? Because last time I checked, Cyberpunk 2077 back in 2020 was overhyped to oblivion, and it was the most anticipated game of 2020, and when the game released, it ended up being a complete disaster and the biggest disaster in the entire gaming industry. Until Golem came along and stole that title. Just as a reminder, when Cyberpunk first launched, it was so bad. 1 week after the game launched, it was straight up removed from the PlayStation digital stores for 6 months. And 6 months later, the game returned back to the PlayStation digital stores in a slightly better state. Now, like I said earlier in the video, it's too little too late. The damage has already been done for a lot of people, and not a lot of people really want to bother with this game anymore. As a matter of fact, Cyberpunk was the sole reason why no one really pre orders video games anymore. Personally, I stopped pre ordering video games. And keep in mind, I almost like never pre order video games in the first place. I think I only pre ordered like what? 5 things, 9 things in my entire lifetime playing video games. I feel like at this point, man, like CD Projekt Red is intentionally adding more salt into the wound, and they're trying to like cover up like Cyberpunk's horrible release with stupid statements like, "Oh, the game didn't launch that bad." Yeah, it launched that bad, CD Projekt Red. If it didn't launch that bad, then explain this to me. Why was Cyberpunk's release so bad it was literally unplayable on consoles and PC? And keep in mind, when people first played this game, they were playing on their high-end powered PCs with all the high-end tech stuff enabled as well to make the game run smooth. But even then, like the game was just running like shit. Why was it so bad the game was unplayable for all players? Why was the game so bad it was removed from the PlayStation digital stores? Why was the game so bad it destroyed your reputation, CD Projekt? Why is the game so bad that people stopped pre-ordering video games because of Cyberpunk's release? And you want to know what I think about it? I personally think it was corporate greed that got to them. And personally, I think we're starting to see a lot more corporate greed bullcrap like this in the gaming industry in today's date for modern gaming. Especially when it comes to Activision adding more pay to win mechanics into Call of Duty or any other video game, or Supercell adding more pay to win mechanics that nobody wants in Clash Royale. And trust me, I have another video lined up for Supercell, but I'm going to save that topic for another day. The point here is CD Projekt Red should have never had this bad reception in the first place. I will give credit where credit's due. The game is in a much better state than it first was. But at the end of the day, this should have never happened in the first place. As a wise man once said on the internet, you have one chance to get your game right at release. And personally, I think that should be the mentality for all game developers going forward. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. Because it seems like all corporate companies now are just out to make a pretty penny in the most corporate and most anti consumer way possible nowadays. And that's just a shame. So, with that being said, thank you everyone for watching and for listening. And until next time, I'm calling out CD Projekt Red for making such a stupid statement about Cyberpunk not releasing that bad. And I'll see you all later.